The following program is brought to you by Caltech.
Since we are in a get-in, get-out business here, as I said, it's easier to get in as a president than a freshman. It's also easier to get out. The trustees, the trustees can do it like this, but don't get any ideas, as some of you are here. Dr. Albert Yu is a pioneer in the field of microprocessors, helping develop the technology that made the information age possible. He's currently chairman of One Angstrom LLC and continues to mentor high-tech companies as a member of numerous boards and advisory council. After receiving his bachelor from Caltech in 1963, he's again one of those who went to receive a PhD from Stanford. He later joined Intel, where he worked for nearly 30 years, leading the company's development of microprocessors from the 386 to the Pentium 4. Dr. Yu served as Intel's senior vice president, a member of its corporate management committee, and for more than 16 years, general manager of the heart of Intel's business, microprocessors, chipsets, and software. During his tenure, Intel's microprocessors became the brains for almost all computing and internet devices, propelling Intel to its position as the largest semiconductor company in the world. Dr. Yu is chairman of the Kelvin Foundation and a founding member and affiliate of Caltech's Information Science and Technology Advisory Board. His many honors include the 2006 Chinese Institute of Engineers USA Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award. He has published over 13 technical papers and 2 books, An Insider's View of Intel and Creating the Digital Futures. Albert.
Thank you, President Chameau, for such a nice introduction, and also want to thank the Alumni Association and the tough committee that qualified these awards. I'm deeply honored, of course. And really, I think I really share this award with the team at Intel that I recruited and trained and led for many years. And the good news in my mind is that after I retired from Intel some years ago, those guys keep on going and pushing the frontier of computing every day. And if you haven't seen the first quarter Intel financial results, it was outstanding. I'm also really blessed that I'm here with my wife, Mary, and my son, Larry, and his wife, Heather. And the most important is my granddaughter, Chloe. Well, this is her first trip to Caltech. Maybe it'd be so exciting for her that she may want to come back as an undergraduate. But Cliff said something about diversity. Let me tell you, I got into Caltech not as a freshman. I know how tough that was. I got in as a sophomore, and I was a foreign student. And I didn't understand why they gave me half the tuition, the scholarship. Today, I finally realize they gave it to me because it increased the diversity of Caltech. It was quite an experience for me to land in Pasadena, Caltech, from Taiwan and Hong Kong. And the high school in Taiwan was a very different kind of education, very rigorous, disciplined, and emphasize memory of facts, which I'm not particularly good at. And it was an eye-opener when I come to Caltech that exams are open book. So I said, my goodness, I don't have to remember anything. The only trick is you have to understand the principle. Otherwise, you couldn't solve somebody's problems. I mean, I already forgot about the factorial. But Caltech changed my life in more ways than one, for obvious reason, because it's the first time I came to this country. But there's always one thing that changed me more than anything else, is the open book exam. It turns out after I entered the semiconductor industry fairly early on, there's no book on semiconductors. We were writing the book on the industry. And I think not only for the semiconductor industry, I think all the people in the high-tech world are writing the book for the future. I'm really proud to be part of the team that create the digital future and invent the future. Thank you very much.
Dr. Yu just said, we were writing the book on semiconductors. And I think this statement applies very much to our 5 awardees today. And I think the statement applies, I believe, to the Caltech graduates because of that special education you receive it, people who can write the book. So let's give another round of applause to our awardees.